The story starts with Yuka skydiving from an airplane without any parachutes. As she's falling down, she wishes that Tsurugi will be her older brother all over again. Right before she hits the ground, she combines with her shadow and summons the divine general Mahoraga with the 10 shadows technique. Confused, Dabra immediately locks in and uses his curse technique to summon beams of light, and for the first time in history, Mahoraga has adapted to an alien curse technique. Yuka is explained to be in a state of suspended death, and the ritual will not end unless either Dabra is killed or Mahoraga is destroyed. Dabra starts throwing hands at Mahoraga, but within a single kick is sent flying. Dabra then sends a beam of light in which Mahoraga dodges. I would like to point out that this light beam is traveling at close to light speed, so this means Mahoraga has officially adapted to the speed of light. This isn't going to look good for Dabra. Realizing he needs to end this before it gets worse, Dabra sends a focused light beam at Mahoraga, sending Mahoraga blasting off like Team Rocket. But the wheel has turned, and Mahoraga has just had another adaptation. The next attack being sent to Mahoraga, he dodges effortlessly, despite destroying multiple buildings in its destructive power. Dabra has just figured out that Mahoraga could adapt to any technique. The next time we see Mahoraga, he is aura farming so hard that even Dabra can sense it. None of Dabra's attacks or techniques are working on Mahoraga. Things are not looking good for Dabra's stance right now. Am I going to lose? If I keep this up, am I out of options? Don't tell me. When things are looking bad for Dabra, he has a flashback. Don't you think you'd get better along with the other Tsunde? Do you not want me around, Dola? No, it's not that. Dola immediately explains that it must be hard for Dabra to be isolated from his own people. Dabra explains that he always wins battles with no effort whatsoever, and despite being a powerful warrior, he doesn't wish to fight, and his people hate him for that. Dola responds with pure Shakespearean poetry. It's not that you don't want to fight, it's that you have never fought. Having strength does not make you a warrior. Dabra doesn't understand this, but Dola says that when he crosses path with a foe powerful enough to beat him, then he will get it. Cutting back to the battle, you're amazing, Dola. I think I'm gonna lose. Hurts. And I'm scared, but I get it now. To not fight because you don't want to, and to fight because you wish to, both of those are wrong. One fights because they must. Now that's a real fight. And those who are worthy of it are true warriors. Dabra now locks in and exclaims that he will beat Mahoraga with his hands, and if that fails, he will shatter the limits of his bodies. For context, Dabra's technique allows him to accelerate things at the speed of light, but his body could not withstand that type of acceleration, and as such, he has never achieved this light speed. But for the first time, Dabra wants to fight. I will shatter the limits of my body and bring it to its absolute potential. Dabra moves at light speeds, punching Mahoraga. More, I keep going, I need to reach the light. When one approaches the speed of light, air ceases to function as a fluid and begins to behave as a solid. What does that matter? I just need to reach them. Rise as a warrior. Mahoraga is absolutely winning his battle. Dabra has reached an enlightened-like state. I want to keep fighting. I want to become better at fighting. I want more. I want to be reborn into this new self that I never knew existed. He continues stating his love for the fight. Unfortunately, this doesn't stop the effects of kicking someone in light speed. Dabra's leg has now withered away. Even though Dabra is losing this battle, he still loves it. And in what would seem like his final moments, he has an epiphany. Earth sorcery is pretty advanced, huh? Dabra has figured out reverse cursed technique, and he heals his legs. And moments later, what happens if I don't use this as is and fuse it with my technique? Hey, what is this sorcery called on Earth? Dabra has figured out curse technique reversal, and he also knows that he now must one-shot Mahoraga before he has a chance to adapt to this new technique. Unfortunately, Mahoraga has seemed to adapt to something. Dabra doesn't know what it is. It could be his existence himself. It's sort of vague, but I guess that didn't matter because within the next few seconds, Dabra has done a domain expansion, a farm realm of deadly light and living darkness inward pathway. This man has discovered RCT, reverse curse technique reversal, and domain expansion within seconds of the same battle. He's making both Gojo and Sukuna look like frauds in return. This is truly agenda Kaizen. Okay, so bear with me here, but right before the domain expansion happened, Dabra seemed to have randomly got teleported to Africa and acquired the black rope with Maru's technique. Maru now teleports Dabra to his soul realm thing and then apologizes for interrupting his battle with Mahoraga because it's seen as dishonor to interrupt the battle between two warriors, but Dabra is surprisingly chill with this. And then he understands that Maru wants him to go back to Sumeria with him because it's the only way to save Yuka. And Dabra says his role here is done because with the black rope, he can free his sister from the curse or whatever. I'm kind of confused also. Maru points out that something has changed about Dabra, and Dabra was like, nah, not really. I finally caught up to where all the other warriors are, and he thanks Marulu. And with that, the fight between Dabra and Mahoraga is now over. I think Yuji might fight Mahoraga soon because like Mahoraga didn't disappear or anything, so I don't know what's going to happen or where the story's going. But yeah, I think it's clear we're in the end game now. and this kind of ends the battle with Dabra versus Mahoraga. I'm trying to reach my goal of 50 subscribers, so any subscription truly means a lot. And be sure to like and comment down below what you thought about the fight. A lot of people found it disappointed how it ended, and I found out it ended kind of abruptly, but I'm still curious to see where this is going. I think it's leading up to a Yuji versus Mahoraga fight, so that'll be cool at least.